In the U.S., some asylum seekers have been bused, like we see here, from red states to blue states. Now, here in the U.K., Parliament has approved going one step further. Asylum seekers crossing the English Channel from France can be put on one-way flights to the East African nation of Rwanda, more than 6,000 miles away, and then forbidden from ever returning to the U.K. The hope is that this will act as a deterrent to anyone trying to enter the U.K. illegally, and then under the law, they could be granted refugee status in Rwanda and then allowed to stay there. According to UK government figures, around 30,000 migrants made the crossing in 2023. Many are fleeing wars and poverty in Africa, the Middle East, and Asia, and arrive in the country in these small, overcrowded boats on extremely dangerous journeys organized by people smuggling gangs where many drown and sink, among other deadly incidents. And in fact, 5 people just Tuesday drowned in another attempted crossing across the channel. But human rights groups and the United Nations Refugee Agency have condemned this program, calling it cruel, inhumane, and illegal. In 2023, the UK Supreme Court had actually ruled it was unlawful and violated the European Convention on Human Rights because it said that genuine refugees would be at risk of being deported back to their home countries where they then could face harm. And while the new legislation writes into law that Rwanda is, quote, a safe country for refugees, the Supreme Court here argued that Rwanda's asylum system and its poor human rights record meant that the British government could actually not be sure asylum seekers would have their claims considered safely, let alone even properly. And while Rwanda is often cited as one of the most stable countries in Africa, many accuse the president there of ruling in a climate of fear and oppression and authoritarianism. Another big criticism is the cost. For the first 300 people deported, it'll cost about $2.2 million per person. Up until now, the government has been housing asylum seekers in hotels and even on boats where they're basically trapped and unable to work until their claims are processed, and that processing can take years. And these hotels, they cost the government around £8 million in taxpayer money, or almost $10 million every single day to rent. British Prime Minister Rishi Sunak said the government would operate multiple charter flights every month that'll start in 10 to 12 weeks, saying that these flights will go, as he says, come what may. But rights groups have said they will launch legal challenges against a program as soon as possible, which could then delay those removal flights. And then some believe and some hope that these flights may actually not happen at all, and that's just a way for the Prime Minister and the Conservative Party to stay in power.